After 7 years, Artemi Panarin's era in New York comes to an end. He's going from Broadway to Hollywood. I am here with my guy Jason Guido. Jason, um,
Mike, nice to see you.
nice to see you, man.
Yep.
And but yeah, it seems that the Rangers are approaching more towards rebuild mode based on everything they're doing. They're
Yes.
trading away and blowing up everybody. So,
Yes.
um, yeah, take it from there, Jason.
Right. Yeah, no. So obviously, the Rangers are 15, 16 points out of the last wild card spot. They're not going to make the playoffs this year. We all know that. So, their GM Drury has decided to go into sell mode, which he did already last week. He traded Carson Soucy, and yesterday he traded Panera, probably one of, if not the best free agent the Rangers ever signed. He had over 200 goals. He had over 400 assists. So he was one of the best Rangers in roughly, I think he played with the Rangers 6.5 years, give or take. But yeah, he's going to LA. They got one of, if not the top prospect from the Kings back. So he's a young player, so I don't know if he's going to play right away. He probably won't. He'll probably go to the AHL team. But yeah, the Rangers are in a full rebuild mode, and there'll probably be more trades coming in the next couple of weeks. Well, the Olympic after tonight, it's the Olympic freeze, so they're going to go play the Olympics, the NHL players, and then after the Olympics, the NHL deadline, I believe, is March 5th to 6th, and then you can make more trades after that or up until that point. But yeah, that's what the situation with the Rangers.
Anze Kopitar, this is his final season with the Kings. And the LA Kings for a few years now, they've been a team that is young and they're developing and they're getting better. And they're going all in and they decide to go all in. And that's where Panarin comes into play. He's 34 years old, but clearly he has a lot left in the tank. He'll be in the Kings uniform for 2 more seasons.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see now with his addition. It'll be interesting to see how the Kings will perform in the postseason because the last 3 years they just keep getting eliminated by the Edmonton Oilers.
You are
So
right.
yeah, but
Edmonton isn't as good this year, so we'll see what happens. But it's not as strong as.
Edmonton is strange because they've been getting crazy comeback victories lately. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's hockey, so things can happen. But the Kings definitely making this move shows that they're going all in, mostly for NC Kopitar.
Right, and of course, Panera will bring immense offense to the power play. That's his specialty. He can shoot the puck and pass the puck, even 5-on-5, even at even strength. So they're going to get themselves a good scorer for the next couple of years, and of course, going into tonight's game or whenever they play again. But he's a big part of the offense. He can score. So if he's on his game, Panera, he can shoot the puck. He can pass the puck. He'll get everyone involved. He can score. So that'll be a big, big addition for the Kings and their playoff push.
It's gonna be a very long off season for general manager Chris Drury because
It's
many
already.
Rangers fans are, they're very, very upset with him right now at the moment. But I mean, just go out and say we're going rebuild mode. I know that's New York that we're talking about, but just say it.
Right.
We know that's the plan.
Well, that's what he said that they sent out the letter a few weeks ago that they're going to retool. So that was basically waving the white flag, saying that the thing with Drury is a lot of Ranger fans don't like him because the Rangers had one of the top teams. They won the President Trophy just 2 seasons ago. Now they're one of near the bottom of the league. So he's getting a lot of blame for that. You know, I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know if he can rebuild the team. Can he bring them back to being a playoff team and a legitimate Stanley Cup contender? James Dolan likes him. He's the owner, so I think he's going to give Drury a chance. So some of the players again they have to be held accountable too because they didn't help Drury either by not scoring. Um, the Rangers can't make passes, always missing the net, silly penalties. Like it's just been one very undisciplined team. It seems like they don't have a lot of skill, which they do supposedly, but a lot of like fundamentals can't get the puck out of their own zone. But there's going to be a lot to be done, and there's not a lot of big scorers in the NHL free agent market coming up this July. So the Rangers are going to have to get creative if they want to be a playoff team next year, shall I say, if that happens. But they're going to have to be creative on how they draft people and who they can trade for if they're going to if Drury's going to keep his job more than 1 or 2 more seasons. I think
Let's get to the exciting part. What a heck of a game between the Knicks and Nuggets. It's one of my favorite NBA games of the season.
like a playoff game.
Yeah, double overtime. You have the Nuggets, who are the 2023 world champs, and then you have the Knicks, who are, they're one of the title contenders this year. They're red hot. Now they have a season hot 8 game winning streak.
Right after being
And
cold.
there's just so many things I loved about it. I mean, you have the epic duel between Jamal Murray and Jalen Brunson, two of my favorite point guards in right now currently playing the NBA. You have Landry Shamet, who shot the ball well yesterday.
He's been
OG,
yep.
yeah,
He's been
OG
good.
put in 20. Cat double double. I mean, this was a very entertaining game. The refs almost messed that up, but other than that, it was a lot of entertainment in the game.
Yeah, no, it was like I said to you, it was like a playoff game, and of course Brunson led the way, 40 something points. I think he had 41 points and
42.
42 points, and everyone could. Mitchell Robinson contributed. He had played great defense on the Denver center. His name is eluding me right now.
Nikola Jokic.
Jokic, right, and he played him 1-on-1, and the Knicks were, they could have lost the game, but it was everyone contributed, and the Knicks pulled out the double overtime win. So it was just a couple of weeks ago I was texting you that the Knicks don't look good. They were falling through the standings. They were 2 games out from the playing game. I think I texted you that. I don't remember. And I was concerned. And from that point on, they've played better. They've played better defense, and that's been the key to this. Larry Shamet came back, who you mentioned. He's been good all year for the Knicks. And we'll see where the Knicks go from here. They just made a trade, the Knicks, a little while ago. They got a point guard. They got Jose Alvarez from the Pelicans from New Orleans. He's going to be he's a point guard. He can score a little bit. He's going to come off the bench for them. And that trade was they traded a couple of draft picks, and the play they received last night from the Bulls, they traded the center of the Knicks, Yaba. You know who I'm talking about, the guy that they got from the Pistons, the center who wasn't playing, and the Knicks will go from there, see if they can make another trade before the deadline in a couple hours. Yabusele, that's his name. It came to mind. Yabusele, they traded the Knicks. He was out of the rotation.
I'm going to end it with this. I don't think the Knicks should make any more trades. I feel like the team is perfectly fine the way they have it. When the team is fully healthy, I feel that the current roster that I see, they can go all the way.
Yeah, they have enough offense. They do have enough offense. When they're playing, they have plenty of offense. The concern with me is the defense. So that's been my concern. But it seems like they've gotten better, at least in the last in this 8-game winning streak. They've been much, much better. Much better.
Do we even have a defense nowadays in the NBA?
Well, I mean, yes and no. I know you're joking, but
no, I'm not that serious. I don't think there's defense.
Well, I know. Well, it's not like it used to be. You can't go by because I remember the old NBA, with the Knicks and the Bulls fist fighting with each other into the audience, and there was the games was 85-83, like those type of games. A lot of defense. Those games we don't see that anymore, really. So
the fights is not the thing, but at least it's it's like at least keep the early 2000s physicality there.
That's true, too. No,
the early 2000s were fun because yes, there was no hand checking, but it was still hard nosed defense. But now I hate that for every little thing, flagrant one. It is extremely soft, extremely soft.
And some of the coaches will tell you, they ask them, when you listen to coaches, they'll tell you, or even college coaches, they'll tell you a lot of why there's a lot of scoring in the NBA is more people make 3-pointers. Everyone has people who can make a 3-pointer, even people off the bench. The transition defense is horrendous in the NBA. That's where a lot of people say. Most coaches will tell you that's the hardest thing to teach is a transition defense. You score, or there's a rebound, and then the other team pushes the ball up the court, boom, 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 and it's in the net before you even have time to even think about it. So that's been one of the reasons we see so much offense these days in the NBA and a lack of defense.
Yeah, I'm old school, man. I mean, I'm grateful that when I started watching basketball, there was still some physicality. I didn't see big man shooting from a three-point line, which I hate, by the
Right,
way. I
right.
hate that. I hate that with a passion. So there's just so many things that is just, not even just on the court, but even off the court as well. Like I'm a guy that I pay attention to things that maybe the average basketball fan doesn't notice. But I'm a type of person that I remember when I started watching basketball, and I've been noticing this that for the last, I would say the last 10 years or so, that even if you're not playing or even you're entering the arena, I would see players dressed up professionally, like in suits.
Oh yeah,
Players don't do that nowadays,
because they
and
don't enforce it.
it's even worse now in the studio. In the studio, like I remember like on YouTube, I was watching a very short clip of the analyst
TNT.
for no for Amazon Prime,
Oh, okay,
for Amazon
okay.
Prime. When I see
I
Dirk
know who you're
Nowitzki,
talking
these
about.
guys,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh my god, like the stuff has changed so much. I'm like, I
Well, if you're
can't.
going to be on TV, you should wear like a suit and so. I mean, you should dress appropriate. Maybe that's more of a better thing. I wouldn't wear like just a t-shirt or jogging pants or some of that. That's part of their style too. But that's also what the NBA. They don't enforce like oh you have to dress like a dress code where you have to travel from out of the arena to the bus to the plane. You have to wear a suit. They let them pretty much wear what they want, and a lot of that has to do because the players make a lot of money. They have a lot of power. They're superstars. They don't want to upset them. They want to keep them on their team.
It's
So they
super
let them
woke,
pretty right.
super woke.
They pretty much let them do what they pretty much dress like they want. That's really what it comes down to. And then other news, real quick too. It was also Milwaukee Bucks also put out a statement that they're not going to trade Giannis. That they're going to hold on to him past the deadline. So what does that mean? I don't know. Maybe they're going to trade him in the offseason, or maybe he'll try to convince him to hold on. But that came out also around the same time the Knicks made this Alvarez trade for you know, because that's a big deal. Because there were rumors he was going to go to the Knicks, Miami, uh, Golden State. There was, there was almost every team that has a playoff ready roster was trying to supposedly they were in on Giannis. But it's like I said, the Bucks put out a statement that they're going to hold on to him at least for the time being. Right?
I mean, it's been a wild week in the NBA with a lot of these trades.
Like Harden.
Uh, yeah, yeah. The AD one really caught me by surprise.
Me too.
But I'll be honest with you, I'm rooting for Washington to succeed. I hope that with a fully healthy team with AD, Trey
Next
Young,
year.
along with the young pieces, because they have some talented young pieces there, despite their record. And plus, they have a chance to land in the top five in the NBA
Right.
draft.
To be in the lottery.
So Washington, I give it up for them. They made some aggressive moves. I just hope that AD and Trey Young can commit at least for next season and see where it goes.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying. I think Washington found an opportunity to get two All Stars, and I think they're going to try to win right away. I mean, if you're going to play those guys next year, unless you're going to go turn around and trade them,
Yeah,
they're going to be a good team. And as long as those guys are healthy, AD has lots of injury issues. They'll be a good team. They score a lot of points.
for sure, man. Well, Jason, thank you once again
No,
for doing
anytime.
this with me. It's been a minute,
Yeah, no
but yeah, I
worries.
mean, it's been an interesting week. I was like, I gotta squeeze
Yeah, I know
someone in
that.
for this week. I was like, let me get Jason. Let me get
I know
Jason.
this. Thank you. There's been so much sports stuff going on with the deadlines and everything, but yeah, no, it's been crazy.